Hi, I'm Laura, the founder of Bottiful Home, and today we're continuing our FAQ series, and today's video is going to focus on how are plastic bottles made, which I find to be a very interesting topic. I hope you do too. This is just a quick video of brief explanations of the entire process from beginning to end of how plastic bottles are actually made. I think you will find it very informative and interesting, and if you do, let me know. I really love talking about this, and I love showing you everything that there is involved in getting from an idea to a final product. So I hope you love it, and here we go. Plastic bottles begin with the raw material known as plastic pellets, and these pellets are colored based on what color of bottle that you want to get. Now, if you are using recycled bottles to create new bottles, they are flakes, as you see here. They are chopped up into very small pieces and melted to create these preforms, which you can see here. Preform has the threads at the top of the neck of the bottle where there will eventually be a lid or a pump attached, but it isn't quite shaped like a bottle yet. It's a very uniform plastic, an exact amount of plastic in order to be placed into a blow machine to create the actual bottle. So a preform has the threads, but it doesn't have a bottle shape yet. It looks more like this tube that you see traveling down the machine in order to be blow molded. Now this machine is pulling the preforms off of the line and placing them into a specific temperature heat to create molded bottles. So on this end, you will see the bottles coming off of the machine after they've been blow molded. So they've already been molded and cooled, and they're being removed from the machine, and those were created from the preforms. So every bottle starts as a preform, and you see here the inspection process where they shine a light to make sure that the plastic is uniform all the way throughout and there aren't any air bubbles or other inconsistencies or issues, and anything that does not meet standard is thrown out. Here's a larger jar style bottle that has been blow molded. And then after it's blow molded, the bottle will be placed into a printing process if they're going to be printed, and it's usually done by a silk screen after a very specific process has been applied to the bottles to ensure that the silk screening will adhere permanently. So this is the up-close version of the silk screening process. You can see the screen moving across the bottles to create a print on top of the bottles. After printing, the bottles are ready to be filled, capped, and packaged for sale. Well, I hope that you found that video informative and helpful for understanding how plastic bottles are made. I wanted to jump back in here real quick to hopefully share some more information and that you will find useful and informative as well. I wanted to show you what the preforms look like for my newest jar style bottles. So this is actually a preform that is for the jars. Now this isn't the color of lid that I sell, but the preform itself looks just like this. It's a very wide opening, just like the ones on the jar style bottles, but it's just a tube. And you'll also notice that it's clear. This clear one is the same preform that's used to create this bottle. Now, a couple things happen in between the preform and the finished bottle. The first thing is it's blow molded. So this preform is taken and put into the machine, as you saw, and heated and molded in a mold that is specifically created for these bottles, and it has all the embossing and everything is on the mold itself. Everything that you see on the bottom, that's all in the mold. So it starts very plain and blank and ends up blown and molded into the exact shape and embossing that we have here. Now in this case, this bottle actually started off clear like this one. So that's another interesting fact and part of the process. In order to get this frosted coloring to this bottle. A separate process is applied after the bottles are actually already molded. It's taken to another machine and the frosted effect is created in a separate machine in order to make that happen. So I thought maybe you would find that interesting, and I do, but I live and breathe refillable bottles, so I hope that this was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below in this video, or just email me back. I love to answer questions about refillable bottles, so definitely ask me anything that you want to know. And this was a brief video, so I know I didn't spend a lot of time elaborating on each part of the process, but I think you get the idea that it's actually fairly involved, and there's a lot of really expensive equipment and people involved in making sure that it all happens, and in the end you get something really cool and beautiful like this. So I think it's cool. I hope you do too. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.